Alright, I am underneath the Gleaner L2, and we are looking at the rattle here. When this was advertised for that consignment sale down in Chesterfield that I bought it from, they said it had a broken rattle chain. Well, I determined even before the sale that it wasn't a broken chain. I knew what it was. These idlers down here, there's one on this side and the one over here, are bad. The Gleaners do that. I changed the ones on the K2 years ago. So I got new idlers in here, but getting these out is being problematic. I don't know if you can see in there, there's a nut behind this idler, between the idler and the slot. And on that side, that nut came off rather easily. I don't remember the K2 having a nut on the inside. I'm thinking somebody didn't have the right spacer when these were changed once before, and they double nutted it. Either that, or I noticed the adjuster's missing over here, so it wasn't staying in place. So they double nutted it. Well, now with it being rusted from sitting outside, it doesn't want to come out. So I'm trying to figure out a plan of action here without setting the machine on fire. I don't want to come in here with a torch just yet. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to try to get this chain to move around here and find the master links. They're probably all the way underneath on the bottom, because that's usually how it is. But pull the rattle out so I have more room to work here. Now this one on this side, I think I can get a Sawzall in there and cut that bolt once the chain is out. The other side, I don't know, because this one over here has no movement in it back and forth. The nut's off on the outside, but I can't move it out of the way. I don't know if that's because the rattle's in here or what. So I have to figure that one out. So that's what I'm doing under here. Now, I have fixed some other stuff on this combine. Let me crawl out from underneath here. Ugh. I tell you, once you hit 50, stuff starts falling apart in a hurry. So anyway, there were some small holes in the bottom of the feeder house here. I'm trying JB weld to see how long that lasts before I go and cut and weld in here, because it's a job to do that. I did clean out the rust where I applied the JB weld, so we're going to see how long that lasts. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. We'll find out. I will let you know. So, I did that. The next thing I did was the rotary screen was not rotating. Well, freed up the bearings on it. Now it rolls around like it's supposed to, and it's nice quiet, so I don't necessarily think the bearings were bad. They were just gummed up. I have another one of those off the other combine, and I'm pretty sure the same unit will fit there, so if it is a problem, I can change that. Another issue. They said the hydraulic circuit, one of the hydraulic circuits was not working because it was a relay issue. Well, all that is this wire right here, this connector is bad. I have that stuffed back up in there right now in order to get the header to go up and down, but I have to put some kind of new connector on that. So that was actually a rather simple problem. Now the bottom of this door down here, I don't want the perforated door on it for small grain if I do small grain with it. But there's rust out down there, so that has to be fixed. Whether I'm going to remove the whole boot and take the good one off the L3 or try to weld a patch over that one, I don't know yet. I gotta see how rotten the rest of the metal is around that. But there's no holes underneath in that tube or the tube in front of it, so that's a good thing. Straw chopper on here, I'm going to take this one off. Don't need it for small grain. Well, I might need it for oats, but not for barley, because I'm going to have to bale the barley straw this year, because I'm going to need the money from selling the barley straw. The chopper on the L3 is in better shape than this one. I think somebody backed into something with this one and bent it up. So I'm just going to remove this one, and then when it comes time to do beans, I'll put the one from the L3 on. Let's see, what else have we done so far? A lot of the functions in the cab work, and even the ground speed monitor works, but the pickup for the engine RPM, the magnetic pickup, the magnet part is broken. It came off sometime. It's one of these. This isn't the one, but they look like that. Somehow it came out from underneath the bracket and it hit something and it broke the end off of it. So I have to find another one of these somewhere. I don't know if there's any on the other combine that are any good to get that working. Transmission pressure light was on in the cab, and I found out why that was. There's a broken wire down underneath there going to the sensor, so that's an easy fix. I have to fix this ladder. This thing is a death trap here. They must have lost the bolt in the bushing. I just stuck a carriage bolt they had in there. So I'm gonna probably tackle that next. I gotta get the mirrors off the L3 and put them on here. Yeah, I'm debating. I mean, tires on this thing aren't the best. The ones on the L3 are a little better, but still aren't great. So I don't know whether I'm going to switch them around or not. And I think I'm eventually going to move the four-wheel drive axle over to this combine. But that might have to wait until after this year because of time constraints. So I don't know. We'll see. Did I buy a train wreck here, or is this thing gonna work just fine? Right now, with the amount of wear that I see on it, it's better than what I have. It's just the rust. So, gonna see what happens. Ooh, I gotta get rid of that. I don't wanna get stung. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. And wish me luck. Thanks for watching.